The growing threat of Campi Flegrei, a comprehensive examination. The Campi Flegrei supervolcano, located in Italy, represents one of the most significant volcanic threats in Europe. With a history of explosive eruptions and increasing seismic activity, it poses a serious concern for millions of people living in its vicinity. This essay will explore the current seismic activity at Campi Flegrei, historical eruptions, and the broader implications of supervolcanic activity. The Campi Flegrei supervolcano, also known as the Phlegreian Fields, has been relatively dormant for approximately 500 years. However, recent years have seen a dramatic increase in seismic activity, with scientists recording over 1,000 small tremors each month. This resurgence in activity has raised alarm among researchers and local authorities alike. A particularly alarming event occurred just a few weeks ago when the region experienced a 4.4 magnitude earthquake. This event was notable not only for its strength but also for the 150 subsequent tremors recorded in a single night. It was the strongest earthquake to hit the area in over 40 years. The earthquake caused widespread panic, with many locals opting to spend the night in their cars rather than risk staying in their homes. The following morning, a weaker earthquake with a magnitude of 3.6 further compounded the anxiety. Local authorities are now grappling with the implications of this increased seismic activity. They are working on comprehensive emergency plans, which include the potential evacuation of hundreds of thousands of residents. The proximity of Campi Flegrei to Naples, a city with a population exceeding 3 million, intensifies the urgency of these preparations. The authorities are even considering financial incentives to encourage residents to relocate temporarily. Schools in the Campi Flegrei area remain closed as a precaution, and over €500 million is being allocated to reinforce the safety of buildings and infrastructure. A yellow alert is still in place for the region, which houses approximately 80,000 people. Within this area, the red zone, considered the most hazardous, contains 1,250 houses that are at high seismic risk, with more than twice as many facing medium risk. To understand the potential impact of a supervolcanic eruption, it's essential to consider historical precedents. One of the most famous volcanic events in history is the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 CE. This catastrophic event provides valuable insights into the potential devastation a supervolcano can cause. Mount Vesuvius's eruption in 79 CE led to the destruction of Pompeii, a flourishing Roman city near the Bay of Naples. At the time, Pompeii was home to around 20,000 residents, including merchants, manufacturers, and farmers. The region's fertile soil supported extensive agriculture, including orchards and vineyards. The area was a popular summer destination for wealthy Romans. On August 24, 79 CE, Mount Vesuvius erupted violently. The eruption released a 10-meter-high mushroom cloud of ash and pumice into the stratosphere, causing widespread destruction. For the next 12 hours, the eruption wreaked havoc on Pompeii, with volcanic ash and pumice stones, some as large as 3 inches in diameter, bombarding the city. This intense fallout forced residents to flee in terror. Approximately 2,000 people sought refuge in stone structures and cellars, paralyzed by fear. Initially protected by a westerly wind, Pompeii was eventually engulfed by a massive cloud of hot ash and gas. This cloud incinerated everything in its path, followed by a flood of volcanic mud and rock that buried the city. The toxic gas cloud ensured the demise of any survivors. On August 25, the city was further devastated by a flow of rock and ash, collapsing roofs and walls and turning Pompeii into a vast cemetery. Supervolcanoes are distinct from regular volcanoes due to their sheer size and potential for catastrophic eruptions. These geological features are often characterized by massive magma chambers beneath the Earth's surface. When these chambers erupt, they can produce extremely powerful explosions. Supervolcanoes are typically identified by their enormous calderas, large depressions formed by the collapse of the land following an eruption. Unlike traditional volcanoes, which have a conical shape, supervolcanoes lack a prominent cone due to the immense volume of magma that escapes during an eruption. The eruption scale is measured using the Volcanic Explosivity Index, VEI, with a VEI of 8 representing the most explosive events. The mechanisms behind supervolcano eruptions involve the buildup of pressure from trapped magma. When magma accumulates beneath the Earth's crust and the pressure becomes too great, a supereruption can occur. This process involves the rapid release of enormous volumes of magma, ash, and gases. To understand the potential impact of a supervolcano, it is helpful to examine notable historical eruptions. One of the most significant recent eruptions occurred approximately 26,500 years ago beneath Lake Taupo in New Zealand. This eruption is known for its immense power, releasing more than 300 cubic miles of ash and pumice. To put this in perspective, this eruption expelled an amount of material equivalent to 500,000 Great Pyramids of Giza. The eruption at Lake Taupo did not follow the typical eruption pattern. Initially, pressure built up as expected, but after the initial release of lava, the supervolcano paused before producing a catastrophic explosion several months later. This unusual pattern continues to intrigue scientists, who are still studying the eruption's complexities. Another significant eruption occurred at Toba caldera in Indonesia approximately 75,000 years ago. This eruption is considered the largest in the past 2 million years. Estimates suggest that it released hundreds of thousands of tons of sulfuric acid, which may have caused a significant cooling effect on the planet's surface. The impact of the Toba eruption is challenging to measure today due to subsequent glaciation covering the affected region. Several supervolcanoes have not yet produced supereruptions but remain of great interest to scientists and policymakers. For instance, the 1883 eruption of Krakatoa in Indonesia was one of the most powerful eruptions in recorded history. While it did not reach the VEI8 threshold, the eruption caused the volcano's walls to collapse, allowing seawater to interact with the molten magma and create a massive explosion. The blast was heard 3,000 miles away in Australia and is known as the loudest sound in history. Another example is Mauna Loa in Hawaii, a shield volcano known for its extensive lava flows rather than explosive eruptions. Mauna Loa poses a significant risk due to its ability to produce fast-moving lava flows that can quickly reach populated areas. The volcano has erupted regularly, with the most recent lava flows approaching the outskirts of Hilo. Shield volcanoes, like Mauna Loa, are characterized by their broad, shield-like shape and fluid lava, which allows it to travel far and fast. Given the potential risks associated with supervolcanoes, ongoing monitoring and research are crucial. Scientists use various methods to track seismic activity, ground deformation, and gas emissions to assess the risk of an eruption. Advances in technology have improved our ability to detect early warning signs and understand volcanic behavior. The situation at Campi Flegrei underscores the importance of preparedness and vigilance. The increased seismic activity has prompted authorities to develop detailed emergency plans and allocate substantial resources to safeguard the population. The potential for a supervolcano eruption highlights the need for comprehensive risk assessments and proactive measures to mitigate the impact on affected communities. The Campi Flegrei supervolcano presents a formidable threat due to its history of explosive eruptions and recent increase in seismic activity. The lessons learned from past eruptions, such as the destruction of Pompeii and the colossal eruptions at Lake Taupo and Toba caldera, underscore the potential severity of supervolcanic events. As scientists continue to monitor and study these geological phenomena, it is essential for authorities and communities to remain prepared and informed. Understanding the dynamics of supervolcanoes and implementing effective emergency plans can help mitigate the risks associated with these powerful natural forces. If you found this detailed exploration of volcanic risks and history engaging, please consider liking and sharing this video. For more information and updates, explore the other videos on our channel.